would you kind of compare him now to a year ago?
A year ago, I guess he kind of like just jumped into a quarterback.
Mm.
But I feel like he's a lot more prepared this year, especially passing the ball. We've been working on it a whole lot. He's more comfortable with his reads and making play calls and changing the play if need be.
Do you think that just being able to know that he's all along that he's going to be a quarterback, have the spring to work with, is that
Uh,
really you think?
I think that's extremely helpful. Knowing that he's going into the position from the jump is definitely a big part of it because you got to prepare for things like that. You don't just jump into quarterback.
I know when talking to him on media day, he gave me the sense that he was just much more at ease, and also like he wasn't necessarily kind of looking at all the other crazy stuff that's going on, just kind of dialed in. Do you sense that he's been more dialed in overall as well?
Absolutely, his preparation has been great, and he's been working really hard out here. So I
Uh,
know it's going to pay off.
has there been a particular thing that's happened either during a practice or sometime in the off season that kind of gave you a sense that this was maybe a more mature, more settled in Malcolm?
Uh,
Any story that comes to mind.
I feel like he's always been kind of like solid as far as maturity, but just kind of knowing going into the season that he's going to be quarterback is really what did it. I think.
Working on something on Malcolm.
It's great.
So I wanted to ask a little bit about what you see is different about him this year as opposed to this time last year. I know my own impression was he just kind of seems more at ease as much as anything else.
No doubt. Yeah. It's a night and day difference being in the huddle with him this year from last year. And ultimately he's the same person and the same athleticism and whatnot. But when you have someone that comes in the huddle now who kind of gives off this confidence, it makes everyone else in the huddle feel the same way. And we appreciate that, and we know that how much work he's put in the off season is definitely paying off right now, and we're seeing that. And as coach has said many times, there's a lot of things we've changed this year, and kind of working to build that offense around Malcolm. And we've all taken that head on, and he's taking that role, and he knows that he's our guy. That's a big deal for Malcolm, knowing that he's that in that position, and he's going to be our playmaker. So we're excited about him, and we want to makes us want to do the best we can and make sure we open it up for him.
As an offensive line, is it a situation where you know who the guy is going to be? There's not going to be kind of wavering or anything like that. You know how you want to play. How valuable is that to have that in your back pocket, given the way he plays?
Yeah. So you're speaking just on the offensive line
Yeah.
and playing. Yeah. So something Navy football has always prided themselves in is, especially as an offensive line, is it's tenacity, right?
Mhm.
Playing in fanatic way, fanatic effort, and that's how you separate yourself on the field. It doesn't matter how big you are, how fast you are, how much you can bench, right? All that outweighs any of that fanatic effort. So knowing that coming out as an offensive line group is super important this season, because we know that Malcolm can make things happen. Maybe it's not the perfect block, but if we're going fast and we're getting to the right people, it doesn't need to be a pancake block every
Mhm.
time. Although that's what we want, right? But Malcolm can make stuff happen, and knowing that is big for us as an offensive line unit, and also helps us build that chemistry and one unit, one mind.
When you look at what Malcolm, kind of the weird career arc that Malcolm's had, I mean, there's just been so much weird stuff that's
Sure.
happened. Yeah, do you feel like just him having a year where he knows exactly what's expected? I think you touched on it a little bit
Yeah.
earlier, but where there's just a certain amount of continuity will make him that much better for what you guys want to do.
100%, 100%, and exactly what I was saying earlier. It's now, uh, Malcolm knows his role,
Mhm.
and there's no ambiguity whether or not he's going to be starting in the first game at Holy Cross at quarterback, or if coach has in the back of his mind that, hey, we might move him to A back or something. That's something uh, that they've done a really good job
Mhm.
of letting him know, and ultimately building that confidence for Malcolm, which bleeds into all of us as an offensive unit. So that's important, and it's really showing and paying off, and we get excited about it. Uh, it's going to be great having him in the backfield. We're blessed to have him behind us, um, and Malcolm's one of my best friends. We're probably, I joke with people saying we're closer than him and his girlfriend a lot of times. So it's I'm glad to see the success he's had already, and what's going to come in the future.
Was there a point like in the off season or the spring or wherever where you could tell like that things were clicking a little bit differently for him and how he was going about things? Was it pretty quick, or did it take a little while? Or
Yeah, no. So it was great. He understands offense in and out, right, from playing last year. So that wasn't a point of emphasis, right? He comes in knowing the offense well. And a big thing we worked on in the offseason was his passing game. And that goes for all of us, how we're going to be stronger in the passing game this year. And immediately you could tell a difference in the spring, right? He had trained all winter and offseason to working on his passing game and, whether it be gun stuff or under center. Immediately you could see a difference in his attitude and in his play.